Dog treats, supplements, bowls, food, paw wipes, other grooming supplies, dog toys. Does it feel like your dog's stuff is just taking over your house?
Just don't want clutter anymore.
I have so much stuff for my 2 dogs, so I absolutely know the feeling, and one thing that is gonna help us is to get organized with a bark cart. Let's make one. So before we make our bark cart, I do have a quick life update, and that is the fact that I am pregnant.
Surprise! Surprise!
And I have a lot of dog stuff. I'm starting to get a lot of baby stuff. And obviously, my husband and I do live here as well, and we do have some of our own stuff. And so in order to make sure we keep everything, you know, where there's enough room for everything, we really do have to make sure we keep everything organized. I got this cart off of Amazon. It's nothing fancy. It is just a plastic cart. They did have ones that were 3-tier. This is the 4-tier. They also have 5-tier. I fill it with all of my dog's main stuff, the stuff that I kind of reach for on a daily basis, specifically in the kitchen, because I keep my bark cart in the pantry. Now, if you want to make your own bark cart, obviously there is no right and wrong. There's no science to this.
There are no rules in this house.
So you can just get a cart. I will link to mine below, but I will be assembling my bark cart and showing you some of the things that I put on here. So my first shelf, I always start with the treats and the food toppers. So as far as treats, you guys know, if you are a follower here, that I love to make my own homemade dog treats.
It's nothing more real than homemade.
But let's get real, sometimes life gets in the way, we get busy, and we gotta reach for the store-bought stuff. So when it comes to the store-bought stuff, I always look for either 1 ingredient or limited ingredient treats. Pure Bites has some really great options. There's no preservatives. Really, really love these. Another one that has some great 1 ingredient treat options is Stella and Chewy's. I haven't opened this one yet, but we have used a bunch of Stella and Chewy treats. And again, 1 ingredient, the only thing in here is beef liver. And then I also like to have a bunch of toppers. Now, even though I don't feed kibble diet and I feed a fresh food diet, I still do like to add certain things to their bowl just to give them some extra variety and some even more nutrients. And so one of those is, I love Instinct's raw toppers. Primal also has some really great freeze-dried raw toppers that I like to add. So this is a new bag. We actually went through our old bag already. And also from Stella and Chewy's, these are meal mixers and they're lamb. My Chihuahua goes nuts over these things.
Yummy, yummy.
On the second shelf, we are doing all supplements. So these are technically meal enhancers, so I'm calling them supplements. They're from The Honest Kitchen. I have a lot of products from The Honest Kitchen. The pour-overs are fabulous. I keep a whole bunch of their different flavors. You can pour these on your dog's food, but I really actually like to have these on hand more so for making treats. Okay, also from The Honest Kitchen, we have a whole bunch of powdered supplements that all you have to do is add water to. I love adding goat's milk to my dogs' meals or making homemade treats using goat's milk. It's great because it's loaded with probiotics, which is great for our dog's gut health. You can get a raw goat's milk that just comes in a kind of like a little milk container, but I have 2 small dogs, and the problem that I find with an actual raw goat's milk, I just don't go through it fast enough, so I wind up wasting it. If you have larger dogs, that might be wonderful for you. For me, this stuff is great. It's very tasty. I mean, I haven't tasted it, but the dogs seem to really like it. It smells good, so it seems like it's really tasty. The other type of supplement that I always love to keep on hand is some bone broth. Another supplement from The Honest Kitchen, looks pretty similar to the other containers that I just showed you, is this one, the Herbal Digestive Supplement. It has just a few ingredients in here. It's another powdered supplement, but all of the ingredients are really great for our dog's digestive health. And so it says on here, perfect form. So if you want to be proud of your pup's poo, then this is a really great one to have. Also in supplements, anything by the brand Native Pet, I swoon over. I love this brand. I think it's great. These are 2 products that we use every single morning because I add these to my dog's breakfast. So this one is their omega oil. great for skin and coat health, great for joint health, great for their cognitive health. And the other one that I like to keep is the Native Pet Probiotic, great for your dog's gut health, great for their digestive health, and most of our dog's immune system lives in their gut. So I always like to say this is just, it's a non-negotiable. They get a scoop of this every single morning in their meal. Now on to my third row, and that is lick mats and slow feeders. I like to say there's two types of dogs. One who's the type that just, they need to eat because you gotta eat to live. And then there's those other ones who live to eat because they just cannot wait to eat. My toy poodle, if you put something in front of her, don't blink because it's going to be gone in an instant, most likely. When our dogs eat too quickly, that is really not healthy. You might notice that your dog, choking hazard. They might vomit afterwards. There are other digestive issues that they could have because they're gulping up air in addition to gulping down their food. And it can also be a higher risk for bloat. So it is really important that we slow our dogs down if you do have a speed eater. And since I have one, I seem to collect slow feeder bowls. But we rotate between them at every meal. I have so many that I like. We have plates like this, we have bowls. This one is from Outward Hound. This one I got on Amazon. This one's great. My top two favorites, if I'm just gonna pick two, I would pick more than two, but if I was just to pick two, this one I got on Amazon. I like, it's silicone. The grooves are pretty deep, and so you can do any type of food in here. Again, we feed a gently cooked fresh food, so I can kind of smear it in here. But this bowl takes her, I've timed her before, this bowl takes her about 4 to 4.5 minutes to actually eat her food. Now, when it's coming from 20 seconds to 4 to 4.5 minutes, that is a huge improvement when she eats out of this bowl. I thought this was as good as it was gonna get. Like, this is a pretty amazing bowl. Until I found this bowl.
We have a winner!
You can take all these parts out and it goes right in the dishwasher, so it's easy to clean. But just like any other slow feeder, it has this 3D, this is silicone, so easy on your dog's nose, this 3D pattern here, and you smear their food into the grooves. But then there's also this extra top piece that I like to put her food toppers in, and she actually has to move this around to get to the food at the bottom. So it slows her down. 8 minutes is what it took her to actually eat out of this bowl. Okay, now I am at the very last row, and this is my miscellaneous row. I keep everything from paw wipes and paw gel cleansers. I have so many filters. So we have a water fountain style dog bowl. I have talked about this before on my channel. I love a water fountain style dog bowl. It keeps the water moving 24/7, which helps keep the water fresher for longer. The one that I have, it has 2 different types of filters in it. And then I also keep just some extra food. I have not tried this yet. If you have tried, this is a little sample of the Sunday's food for dogs. I have been looking at Sundays for a long time. Their ingredients are really great. They are very high protein base, and this stuff just looks fabulous. I've been hearing amazing reviews. So I have a little sample box. You can buy sample boxes from them. They're an air-dried food. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't tell you my opinion on it other than I like the ingredient list. But we have this, and I am excited to give it a try when we finally do try it. And there you go. That is what's on my bark cart. This is such a great way to help you get all your dog stuff organized, keep it in one place. If you try it, definitely let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you next time.